For the past year, Damian has been campaigning with local fishermen to keep Hythe Bay open for commercial fishing. Damian presented a petition to 10 Downing Street and organised a special debate at the House of Commons on the subject. On Monday the 7th of April, the Fisheries Minister, George Eustace, confirmed that the campaign had been successful and that proposed restrictions on commercial fishing will now not go ahead.
If you don't have a local fishing industry that can catch that fish, then those businesses are under threat as well. So it was very important to the local economy and to the character of the place as well. The fish market is one of the real historic parts of Folkestone. It gives your character to the town. It's a place people like to come and spend time, come and like to see the fishermen at work. So it would have been devastating for us if we'd have lost this very important local industry.
Without the fishing industry, the local economy will collapse. Fishing has been in my blood and my father's blood and my son's blood and his son's blood, and we're hoping now that my grandson has a future.
There is the fish shop in Fish Market Street, where Folkestone trawlers sell the fish that they catch. People that go and eat in rock salt, one of the attractions there is that they're buying really local fish. And I've had Mark Sargent point at lobster pots in the bay where they're bringing in shellfish and lobsters into the restaurant. That's an important part of that business. You go along the coast, places like Griggs in Hythe, Richardson's in Dungeness. These are businesses people travel to go to buy fish from because they know it's really great quality, they know it's come from local waters.
Now we've got a lifeline for the next 2 years, and we monitor the area, and we'll be working closely with the government, with DEFRA and the local authorities, IFCA and Kent Wildlife. It's our future. We look after it, we fish it, we don't do any damage.
The local fishing fleet, the fleet you can see behind me, they're largely smaller boats. They're what the industry refers to as under 10-metre vessels. They use relatively lightweight gear which skims the surface of the seabed. There have been campaigns that say that bigger trawlers, beam trawlers with heavier gear, can cause damage to the seabed. And that's one of the reasons that marine conservation zones have been looked at in other parts of the country. But that's not the case here. The local fishing fleet are smaller boats. Therefore, instead of having a marine conservation zone, a blanket designation across the whole bay, what we've persuaded the government to look at instead is a permit scheme that lets the local fleet carry on fishing in these waters, but that would keep out bigger beam trawlers that could cause damage to the seabed. That's the right approach to allowing a commercially sustainable local fishing industry and also having something that's good for conservation and the long-term health of Hythe Bay.